If you keep throwing money around just because the world taught you that, being a good person means paying for everyone. You'll end up bitter, invisible, and broke. And the people you helped will keep walking like you were never part of their story. Harsh, yes, but if something inside you whispers, "This is already my life," then listen carefully, because this is exactly what Machiavelli tried to warn people about centuries ago. He said something that sounds cruel on the surface. A ruler should never try to be known as overly generous, not because he hated kindness, because he understood a truth most people don't want to face. Endless generosity doesn't make people love you. It makes them depend on you, then get used to you, then get irritated when you can't keep giving. Think about your own life. Were you always the one picking up the bill, loaning money to family, covering a co-worker who was short just this once? At first it felt good. You felt reliable, mature, successful, like the one who had everything under control. But slowly gratitude turned into expectation. Thank you so much became, "You've got it, right?" And inside you started shrinking. The strange part? The moment you stop, people will call you selfish. That's why this subject hurts. Don't be generous sounds like villain advice. But Machiavelli wasn't telling you to be heartless. He was warning you. If you don't control your money, other people will control you through it. And when the flow stops, they won't respect you. They'll resent you. In The Prince, he talks about generosity. He says if a leader tries to look generous, he'll overspend, empty his treasury, and eventually be forced to squeeze people to recover. At first they praise him. Later they hate him when the cost arrives. But a leader who is careful with money, who even looks stingy, can survive crises, protect stability, and avoid desperation. Over time, people respect him more. You're not ruling a kingdom. You're dealing with rent, bills, maybe debt, maybe trying to build something from nothing. But the principle is identical. If your generosity isn't sustainable, it's not generosity. It's self-sabotage wearing a halo. Look honestly at where your money goes. Not the noble stories online, real life. The cousin who always needs help. The friend who forgets their wallet. The co-worker who relies on your kindness. The relationship where you pay to keep peace. On paper, you look generous. In reality, you're funding other people's comfort and your own silence. Machiavelli would say this is how good people lose power. You bleed resources not to grow stronger, but to keep others temporarily pleased. And when you stop, they drift away, quietly, coldly. So what's the alternative? Become cold, miserly? No, the lesson is sharper than that. Stop using money to buy approval. Start using it to protect your future. And that begins with admitting something painful. Sometimes your generosity is fear. Fear of conflict. Fear of rejection. Fear of losing people. You say yes with your wallet because you're afraid to say no with your voice. Picture your life as a fortress. Your income, savings, skills, that's your wall. Every time you give recklessly, you remove a brick and hand it to someone else. Eventually the wall collapses. And when a real storm comes, you have no protection. People respect strength more than softness. They may enjoy your kindness, but they trust your stability. So how do you practice this without becoming bitter? Rule 1, never give money you can't easily afford to lose. If helping someone damages your own security, you're not noble, you're fragile. Rule 2, be generous with what costs little but matters deeply. Advice, time, opportunity, honest support. These change lives without draining your future. Rule 3, make your generosity intentional, not automatic. Say, I can help this once. Define the boundary. Don't let kindness become a silent contract. Rule 4, don't finance bad patterns. Someone who repeats chaos won't be saved by your cash. Only accountability helps. Rule 5, don't use money to avoid difficult conversations. It's easier to pay than to speak truth, but silence bought with money becomes resentment. At work, stop covering every bill. With family, help with structure, not endless loans. In relationships, try simple plans and watch who stays. When you change, some people will be upset. Of course, they benefited from the old version of you. Start small. Next time someone hints you should pay, pause 2 seconds. Let the silence exist. See what happens. Ask yourself, am I giving from strength or from fear? Over time, something surprising happens. The people who valued only your money fade away. The ones who value you remain. You check your bank account and feel calm instead of panic. You stop dreading your phone buzzing with another request. And when you choose to help, it finally feels good again. Because real generosity comes from surplus, not sacrifice. Machiavelli's warning wasn't never give. It was, don't let the desire to look generous destroy your independence. So next time your hand reaches for your wallet automatically, stop. Ask yourself one honest question. Am I helping, or am I trying to be liked? If the answer is fear, you already know what to do.